there, this is David McKenzie with Daily Magic Games, and I'm here to do the review of the production proofs from Dice Kingdoms of Valeria by Levi Mote, illustrated by the Mico. I tried to say his name earlier and pretty much butchered it, so we'll stay with the Mico. Or actually, it's the Mico. Excuse me, Mico. So, what I've got here is the German version of Dice Kingdoms. I've got the French version of Dice Kingdoms, and I've got the English version of Dice Kingdoms. The French version does not include the refill pack for the summer sheets. They decided not to print those, so they just have the base game, which has the summer sheets, and the winter sheets expansion. The English and German have all of it. So let's look at the main box. So we'll push this stuff out of the way for the moment and look at the main box. There's the illustration. Lights suck. I apologize. I'm not set up to do a content creation situation. So here we go. The box itself looks good. Shrink wrapped, of course. Nothing rattling around, which is always a good sign. We open up the shrink wrap. And just a note to say that I'm looking at this for the first time, just as you are. So if there's any surprises in this box, I don't know if they are. And we're gonna find out together if everything is printed and packed right. So we open up the box. Comes apart pretty easily. There's that. Can you see that? Here you go. Here you go. It might actually show up better without the reflective shrink wrap on it. So there's the box for you. And then we have the rule book. Copy of the box cover with the story of Dice Kingdoms of Valeria, rule book, all nicely laid out. All the printing looks good. I'll have to read through it just to make sure it's all the words are right, but the printing all looks good. Yep. Okay, so that's good. On the back is a list of all the beta testers and alpha testers and development testers and everybody who helped make this game a wonderful game. So, put that over there. I'm just going to turn this upside down and put that stuff in there as we get to it. Okay. Inside we have 2 pads of paper. The castle sheets, which you can see there, and the forest sheets. Okay, each of these is a pad of paper, 50 sheets, backing board. Printing looks good and clear. Everything looks spiffy. Now you might ask why we didn't print them on the back also. That's so that people who use like a Sharpie or something to mark on these will get bleed through, so we didn't want to create a problem for future plays if you're trying to play the back of the page. So that's why that is that way. The game is playable for 1 to however many people you want to get in on it. There are certain aspects of the art that play into the solo player game. The trees are the indicator of how many turns you've got. You cross off each one. The events happen and you cross off boats, so you know that you've had events. That type of thing. And everything really looks nice. So I'm pleased with that. Now, inside the box, we have the first player token, which is a wooden, well, this is going to be terrible for lighting, a wooden statue meeple. Okay. looks nice. We have the, where's the little seal at? Which side opens? Oh, what is that? I think they actually sealed this. Interesting. Oh, no, I see. It's got a sideways. Got it. Here we go. Okay, so this is the event cards for the solo version, for the solo mode. So these kind of things happen, and they, they're the event card backs. Okay. And then these are the help cards, the quick reference cards. There's 4 of them. So if you're playing with more than 4 people, you have to share them. But, you know, there you go. So that looks good. Slide those back into the baggie. I like those bags. Here we have the statue cards, and this is going to be, oh, this one has a top version. So I don't know why they're different, but whatever. So there are 2 of each statue card, and they are in 2 different decks. So you shuffle each deck individually, and then you put the decks on top of each other, and then you go through the first deck, and then you know when you're going through the second deck, you can start seeing repeats of cards you've passed by already. So each of those has a unique statue with Mico's art, Mico's art. So those all look good. That's that. So inside here, we have 2 tiny Valeria dice. Well, not tiny, they're 16mm, they're standard dice size. But if you're used to playing Valeria Card Kingdoms, you're used to using 20mm dice. These are standard 16mm, and they still look the same, they look really pretty. And there you go, there's your harvest dice, 2, 6, and 8. The other dice we've got here are pit dice, and these are for the different actions in the game. You can use the yellow to recruit, you can use the green to build roads in the forest, you can use the red to slay monsters, and you can use the blue magic to augment any of the other dice. Perfect. Okay, so I am very happy with this one, and I'm going to put it all back in quickly here. Closed, and that is the English version of Dice Kingdoms of Valeria, a roll-write game from Levi Mote. Okay, the other 2 items we have are a summer refill pack, so that when you've played this a lot of times and you're all out of summer sheets, you can buy a refill pack. If you're a Kickstarter backer, you're gonna get. No, you don't get this unless you bought it extra because you already got them in there, but you do get one of these winter packs. Which brings us to the winter packs. The winter packs are different than the summer packs, summer sheets. The forest is laid out differently. The guilds halls have different orientation for the pips inside. The wall is a little bit different. It plays the same, it just gives you a little more variety. So let's see here if I can figure a way to get in this. There we go. Thankfully I have a few little fingernails left. There they go. Oh, I ripped it, I'm sorry. So on the back of this cover sheet, don't rip it like I did. On the back of the cover sheet is the rules differences for playing the winter sheets. So be sure to save that. You can just fold it over and put it inside your other game box. So, looks good except for the rip that I did it. Thank you. Sorry about that. And out of the way. And here we have the winter versions of a castle sheet. Here we go. Castle sheet and the forest sheet. Okay. And again, these 50 sheets in a pad. Nicely printed, nicely padded. Looks good. So those, I'm not gonna, well, I guess I could open up this one too, what the hell, just to be thorough. Or maybe you try, maybe I can do this without ripping this one. Maybe. No promises. Okay, there we go. Now the summer refill packs do not have anything on the back of the cover sheet, so no need to worry about that. Okay, and then again, forest pad, and castle pad. All right, that concludes our review of the Dice Kingdoms of Valeria. Thank you.